anti-imperialist because we understand that our struggle for freedom is bound to the struggle of all oppressed people across the world. As we reflect on the lives of the young people we are laying to rest today, young people whose lives were full of potential and courage, we must also lift our eyes beyond our borders and draw strength from examples of youth who are living proof that another future is possible. One such example is the fearless and principled revolutionary, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the president of Burkina Faso, who took power not out of greed, but out of an urgent need to liberate his people from the clutches of neocolonialism and foreign military domination. Traore is a living symbol of the return of revolutionary leadership in Africa. He is a young man who, like Thomas Sankara before him, has rejected Western puppet regime, expelled French troops from Burkina Faso soil, and reclaimed the dignity of his people. At only 36 years old, Traore has shown more courage and conviction than many leaders twice his age. He has put his life on the line to defend his nation's sovereignty and natural resources. He has stood firm in the face of threats from imperialist forces, and he has remained the world that Africa is not for sale. We invoke his name here today because he represents the future our young people could have. Because when we speak of the youth who died in this tragedy, we must also speak of the youth who are still standing, still fighting, and still changing the world. Captain Traore is one of them. We say to our young people, do not be discouraged by this dark moment. Be inspired by it. Take the spirit of those we bury today and let it fuel your fire. Let it remind you that leadership does not come with age. It comes with clarity of purpose, with love for the people, and with a willingness to confront injustice wherever it shows itself. The EFF calls on the youth of South Africa and the continent to follow in the footsteps of young revolutionaries like Traore by rising, organizing, and building a future where Africa is free from exploitation, free from foreign control, and free from leaders who serve only themselves.
Welcome back to AfriFreedomChannel, your trusted voice on African politics, history, and revolutionary movements. If you're new here, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss important updates like this one. The following analysis is for educational and informational purposes only. Today, we turn our eyes once again to Burkina Faso, where Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of Faso, continues to inspire a new era of resistance and self-determination. His powerful words speak for a nation rising. When someone tells you not to fight, he wants to subdue you. Do you want to be enslaved? We need to fight. Burkinabe will not negotiate with its enemy. We will fight and we will win. This is our land, we will fight back. Those who came to attack us, they will die on these lands. These words resonate far beyond Burkina Faso's borders, they echo across a continent too often plagued by instability and foreign interference. In today's world, who else among African leaders is prepared to speak with such clarity and conviction? Are African nations ready to reclaim their sovereignty? And how can we, as African citizens, support this growing call for freedom? Less than 3 days after the graduation of 300 elite parachutists, these officers have already deployed to active battle zones. With unparalleled resolve, they are defending the territorial integrity of Burkina Faso, without hesitation or delay. At a time when so many armies in Africa are weakened by corruption or manipulated by external interests, this swift action is a bold declaration. Is this the beginning of a new African military spirit, one rooted in pride, discipline, and independence? Can this example of action and unity spark wider change across the Sahel and beyond? Now, under the leadership of President Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso has intensified its military campaign against genocidal terrorists operating in the Sahel, and they are succeeding. Burkina Faso's armed forces, supported by the Volunteers for the Defense of the Homeland, known as the VDP, are carrying out bold, targeted operations. In the past few months alone, coordinated offensives led by the Rapid Intervention Battalions, Special Forces, and VDP units have achieved remarkable victories. From deep forest hunts to precision ambushes on criminal convoys, the mission is clear: reclaim every inch of national territory. And the results are already visible: dozens of terrorists neutralized, enemy bases dismantled, equipment seized, and major transport routes secured for civilians. This success comes from strong collaboration between military forces and grassroots volunteer fighters. The VDP, drawn from the local population, provide essential intelligence and actively protect their communities. Together with elite forces, they form a resilient and effective national defense. Could this be the model for future African-led security efforts, one that combines citizen action with professional military expertise? How can other nations learn from this growing synergy in Burkina Faso? Beyond the battlefield victories, there is a larger vision. Under Traoré's leadership, Burkina Faso's military command has set clear goals: full territorial recovery and the return of essential government services to all liberated areas. This national effort is now being driven by improved logistics, advanced intelligence sharing, and an increasing reliance on locally produced weapons. In short, a move toward self-sufficiency and national empowerment. In the face of adversity, Burkina Faso's reorganized army stands firm, bringing hope to millions of citizens longing for peace. Could this represent a turning point in the Sahel struggle against terrorism? And how might these hard-won victories inspire neighboring countries in their own battles for stability? As we reflect on these events, one truth emerges: Burkina Faso's fight is not just for its own people, it is for Africa's future. It is a fight for the right to exist, to resist, and to build a free and secure continent. What lessons can the rest of Africa, and indeed the world, take from this growing story of resilience? And what more can we do, as a Pan-African community, to support and celebrate these victories? Thank you for watching. Until next time, always remember, the fight for freedom is the noblest of causes.